What's up, everybody?
Bonjour! Today we are at Disneyland Paris!
We've got half a day to check out both parks, Disneyland Paris and Walt Disney Studios. So we're gonna try to get the best rides and the best eats.
This is gonna be an exciting one, so stick around. Let's go! So today, because we only have half a day here at the parks, we ended up getting the Disney what's it called? Disney Premier Access
Ultimate
Pass?
The Fast Pass system here at Disneyland Paris.
I'll put the correct title of it here on screen. A lot of people suggest to only do it for select rides, but that's really the tip for if you're
spending like a full day or if you've got multiple days.
Yeah, exactly.
Because the lines here are relatively short is what I'm reading.
Yeah.
So I would expect maybe less than 30 minutes per line, except for the hot rides, which might be around an hour. So most folks are actually buying the pass just for those specific rides.
Yeah, and I believe they range anywhere from 3 to 5 euros to 20 euros. Or euros, sorry, there's no S on a multiple euro, I learned. So yeah, we purchased it. It was actually so freaking expensive.
It's way more than the actual park tickets.
Way more. It's 111 euro per person.
Yeah, we just wanted to make sure that we can get on all the best rides instead of going to the rides and then checking them off one by one. And then especially because we don't have really good data here.
We actually got a one park pass, which was 66 euro. And we decided we're gonna actually upgrade that to a 2 park ticket. And so after we're done with Disneyland, we're gonna go and upgrade that. It's only 25 euro per ticket to upgrade, which I think is totally worth it. The reason why we wanted to come to Disneyland is to see the castle, and we really, really, really want to go to Walt Disney Studios to see all the Ratatouille stuff.
Yeah,
and Crush's coaster.
I actually still have not seen the Ratatouille movie.
Crazy, right?
I know, it's insane.
That's gonna be our Christmas movie this year then.
Yeah, but I'll come to the park first, I'll gain the appreciation for Ratatouille, and then I'll watch them in the movies.
Yeah, all right, but before any ride, our first stop is for food right next to us, right here, for crepes. Also, for Disneyland, they have all these funny noises. It's so cute. So I learned that a yellow crepe is supposed to be sweet, and if the batter is brown, it'll be for a savory crepe.
Oh, is this brown or yellow?
This is technically yellow. It's so good. It's so delicate. I really like the batter too. It's like eggier, custardy in flavor. I mean, Nutella, if you haven't had Nutella before, what are you doing, first of all? But I mean, it's delicious. Not overly sweet. I want to like triple layer it and get more. The thin layer is just so elegant, so beautiful. I can't believe I'm eating a crepe in Disneyland Paris.
Wow, this is so warm. It's got like a silky chew to it, which is interesting. I don't eat crepes often, so this really reminds me of Lady M, the crepe cakes with the Nutella. It's very light actually, it's not that rich at all. I feel like I could definitely eat one whole thing by myself. I think I might actually do that. Look at the regular line compared to the Premier line. It is insanely long compared to it. I think the standby line was like 25 minutes versus the Premier, which was 7 or 10. Oh my god, you scared me.
Who's gonna win, me or you?
Definitely you, what the heck?
Toi.
Toi.
Merci.
It started pouring randomly.
Excuse me, I won. I won that ride by a landslide.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, dude. She got like 400,000, I got like 190.
I killed that.
Yeah, she absolutely destroyed me. I mean, she always does, to be fair. But 400,000 is a crazy score.
I know, typically I'll get like 200.
Astro Blasters, rating out of 10.
I mean, it's pretty much the same as Anaheim, and I love that ride. It's one of my favorite rides. I always say 10 out of 10, so I'm just gonna say 10 out of 10. It's not a thriller, but I love it.
Same, 10 for me, baby.
Hyperspace Mountain, baby.
I heard this one is actually very different from ours.
Oh.
And it's Star Wars themed.
I saw online this one's supposed to like make you have a headache. I'm excited actually. I'm excited to have that little headache.
Yeah, apparently it's very shaky compared to our Space Mountain. So, see how it goes. Roomba!
Oh, we're not. Oh my god.
My neck hurts like crazy. That was intense. It was so much faster than ours. There was like a 360 loop. There was a bunch of like stop and go, like super fast acceleration, lasers.
There was like a whole part where you're on your side and you're like this, like whoa.
Oh my gosh.
And then there was one that like kept going like this, you know, like corkscrew.
Yeah. And there was like a bunch of screens, so like at certain points I was getting really nauseous, like
Me
4D
too.
nauseous.
I'm so nauseous right now, but that was really fun.
That was so exhilarating.
If you get nauseous easily, just, you know, a couple Dramamines and then you should be good.
Definitely a way more intense ride than the one at Disneyland Anaheim.
It wasn't scary, just nauseating. That was wild.
Hyperspace Mountain, I give like a 10 if
Me
you're
too.
a thrill junkie, which I am.
I also say 10 out of 10. We're just getting old, you guys. We get nauseous a lot faster than we did before, but that was so unique, so fun.
So
1000%, I would ride it again.
Oh yeah.
I just needed some Dramamine in my system. That was sick.
It is 2 p.m. The standby wait times are not that long. They're like 5 to 30 minutes long. We're here at Adventureland. This is the bazaar. It looks like Agrabah. It reminds me of Tokyo Disney.
Agrabah Cafe. Really cute area. Oh my god, guys. Look how cute this is. Oh, it's not so cute. But it's a fun one. I haven't seen these ears before. Dang, check out Agrabah Cafe restaurant. It's an all-you-can-eat buffet. 40 euro per adult, 22 euro for kids. And it includes a drink. It does look really good, but we're looking more for like a bunch of snacks that we can try. And it is still raining on and off.
It's so sunny and rainy at the same time.
Yeah.
We just got off the Pirates of the Caribbean ride, and it's sort of similar to Anaheim, but
Sort of.
like out of order, different order.
And to top it off, every scene that they do have is abbreviated, and the world is much smaller. The drops, sorry if that's a spoiler, are much lighter. You don't get wet.
No wetness at all.
Yeah. And also the animatronics are not as updated as Anaheim's.
But
Yeah.
overall, you know, it's like a Pirates of the Caribbean experience. It's cool, it's slow, it's chill.
It would still, like, I'm sure if we lived here and we're pass holders, it would still be a rest ride. My rating out of 10, a 5 out of 10.
I would say 6. You know, it's like a classic, but it's not a great ride.
Yeah, exactly. Off to find some food again. We have been unlucky in our search for food, actually. Where's the food?
We tried to go to Captain Jack's, but they were fully booked. By the way, it was 2 p.m. when we checked, and then all the food checks are closed, I think because of the rain, but I'm not entirely sure.
Full disclosure, we did not plan on coming to Disneyland Paris, so we did not book early, did not reserve early. This was like, we did everything on a whim as of like yesterday afternoon, like late afternoon. So is it on us? Yeah, but we also didn't know that this was happening. So we're doing the best that we can. George is bearing the hangry Jasmine at the moment. Sorry, babe.
It's all right.
Feed me and I'll be okay.
All right, let's go find some food then.
Alrighty, not exactly an entree, but we have a little snack. It said cookie in the little glass display, but it seems to be a hazelnut dipped marshmallow, as you can see by the flimsiness. I'm thinking strawberry and vanilla, but it also could be raspberry.
It looks like a Neapolitan. The marshmallow's got a very light flavor to it.
I'm actually not the biggest marshmallow fan
Me neither.
because I don't like the texture. I like dense, not super fluffy. If it's gonna be light and fluffy, it has to condense into something that's chewy. This just seems to be very, very airy. It's almost like continuing to like fizz and bubble in my mouth as I chew it.
Yeah, and actually, as I chew the marshmallow, it does get gummier and gummier, interestingly.
€5.
I'll give this like a solid 3, maybe 4.
My rating is a 2 out of 10. Let's try the next snack. All right, next up we have this Mickey Madeline. It looks yummy. I was recommended this.
It smells like a poppy seed muffin.
Oh, it does. From Costco.
Yeah, I'm very excited.
Cheers.
Cheers.
It's so dry.
It tastes more like a muffin than it does like a Madeleine.
Flavor-wise, very fragrant. It tastes to me like marzipan. Very almond extracty.
Yeah, I do love the flavor of it. I love almond extract. It's very good. I just wish it were a little bit more moist. And if that were bigger, I would kill that thing. I could eat this in one bite. It was what, €3?
I'm a little disappointed right now in Disneyland Paris food. Let's go hunt for the next snack. It's starting to rain again. Rating out of 10?
I'd give this a 5.5, maybe a 6.
4 out of 10.
I would get it if I was really hungry and there was nothing else, like right now.
Alrighty guys, we're at Casey's Hot Dogs. I know, we're in France eating hot dogs, but apparently Casey's hot dogs are really popular here at Disneyland Paris. So as Americans, let's give it a try. We got the classic with ketchup and mustard. They had other options like a chili dog. Personally, I like chili. I like hot dogs. I just don't like them together. I think it's too much. And right now, just right off the bat, the bun is different. It is much more gourmet looking, but typically I like less bun. I'm like salivating, I'm starving. I'm just gonna eat. Cheers. I'm looking for more ketchup and mustard. There's too much bread for me. It's too dry. This is what I would do. Don't worry, babe. I won't ruin your side. Side note, I ordered completely in French. Second time today. They did not bat an eye. We finished the entire transaction in French. I'm so proud of myself. Much better. This bun is a lot tougher than the American style hot dog bun. You know how if you poke an American hot dog bun, your finger immediately penetrates it, like it leaves a hole? And I have nails. Now there's a hole. I like the sausage. I wish it was sauced up more. I wish I had access to some onions and relish. Oh my God. Maybe even some mayonnaise. But you know what? Pretty good. I would give this 6.5 out of 10.
Bringing this with me because I have a feeling that I'm gonna need something to drink. I'll start with the hot dog. I like the hot dog. It's got a little bit of snap to it. Not as snappy as the Anaheim ones, but it's not a bad hot dog. The bun, I 100% agree with Jasmine. There's like a thick shell on the bread. Maybe this is like a French take of a classic American hot dog bun. I definitely prefer a softer hot dog bun, more like a hoagie kind of. You know, in America, we've got like a bun that's more similar to, I would say, like a roll, where you can tear it apart really easily. It's so soft, it's so delicate. If it gets wet, it basically disintegrates. This is not that bun. Also, something about this kind of smells and tastes a little bit barbecue to me, like a little bit on the sweeter side. They had other flavors like the chili, as Jasmine said, and I saw that they had other sausages too. I didn't see what the sausage flavors were, but I would be interested to try them if we had more time. Overall, I'd give this a solid 6.5, 7 out of 10. It's not a bad choice.
Alrighty, let's try this. It is the pumpkin patch tart, and in French, it was the malicieuse illusion. Not pumpkin. There is a fruitiness to it, but a fruitiness that's very light. It feels like they just did like an apricot glaze onto the cake to moisten it. Otherwise, it's like a vanilla custard, it seems. It's pretty good. It's the most moist dessert we've had so far at the park, and therefore my favorite. I would give this one 8 out of 10. 7.5 maybe. I think it could be more fun.
Oh, I like that. It's definitely very moist. There's a fruitiness, as Jasmine was saying. Reminds me a little bit of like a lemon meringue, or maybe an orange one. It is citrusy. The cake itself is very light, it's fluffy. There's not too much cake, so it's pretty evenly cake and custard and this orange sort of glaze on top. It's not too sweet. Actually, I think it's the perfect level of sweetness where you don't really want it to be sweeter than this, but it's good enough to be a dessert. I give this a 7.8 out of 10. We ditched the bun. Was not a fan of it. That's a Disney hack. On to the next one, guys. We have just left Disneyland Paris.
Yes.
We didn't get to ride as many things as we wanted because I think they're closed because of the rain. So we didn't get to do Indiana Jones or the Haunted Manor, and I heard that those were good rides.
Me too.
Also, the restaurants were closed from the rain too, so didn't get a lot of things done here.
And now we're headed over to Walt Disney Studios, but first we have to go upgrade our ticket.
Yeah, for 25 euros, I think that's very much worth it.
And I'm really hoping that the food is better at the other park.
Oh yeah, me too. And honestly, I would say upgrade to a 2-day ticket, especially if you already purchased the Premier Access.
Yeah.
Because that costs so much. It makes things really quick. Like, we haven't really stood in many lines. It's just that there's a lot of pushers today.
Yeah, we haven't waited longer than 10 minutes at all for a single ride.
For most of the standby lines, which are around 25 minutes to 30 minutes.
Oh my God, I forgot to mention, guys. So there was an opening for Chez Remy, the Ratatouille restaurant.
No way.
And so I booked it.
Oh, yeah.
And then it was like error occurred. And I was like, what? Error occurred multiple times. I was so upset. And so I exited and refreshed. And then bam, it was gone. I was so close to getting it. I'm so sad.
Yeah, honestly, I'm a little doubtful because you know how like at the Disney app in Anaheim, it's always kind of glitchy where like sometimes you try to book something and it says that it's available and then like the page updates and it's like, oh, it's gone.
Okay,
I'm wondering if it's the same situation there.
I'm just gonna hope it was that because my hopes were, they were high.
Yeah, I mean, apparently this restaurant gets booked out like
2 months
a month
in
or
advance.
2 in advance.
Well, reservations open 2 months in advance and they book out typically immediately. And this place is super, super fun, super cool. And it's like you're shrunken down and like you're sitting in between these big plates and it's so cool. Anyway, so yeah, like I was saying earlier, I really hope the food is better at Walt Disney Studios because this is supposed to be like the parallel to like California
Adventures.
Adventure in Anaheim. And we all know DCA has better food than Disneyland. Oop.
Oh, yeah. Oop.
That's not even a secret.
Yeah, it's not a secret. The food at DCA is much better.
Yeah.
By the way, we're sending in line to upgrade, but I think we can actually do it from the app. But because the data is so slow, it's just easier to do it in person, I think.
Currently in the main walkway into the park, and it's giving Universal Studios, actually. There's Hollywood Tower of Terror. We're super excited to ride that. Should we go to that one first, babe?
Yeah, definitely.
I heard it's scarier than ours, like creepier than ours.
Yeah. Same thing with the Haunted Manor. Everything is supposed to be like creepier than what we have in the States.
Yeah.
More realistic, less cartoony. is what they
Yeah. This is Studio Catering Co., which is usually in the back of DCA, but here it is at quite the front side of Walt Disney Studios in Paris. We are gonna actually get the Mickey Brownie and Biscuit Mini. I actually saw that these chicken nuggets are really good. I'm tempted to get one. One thing we've noticed is that you're allowed to smoke here at Disneyland Paris, both parks. It literally smells like cigarettes the entire park. Wherever you're walking, it just reeks of cigarettes. So if you don't like that smell, be warned.
Wait a minute, guys. We thought these were chicken nuggets. It's actually bites of pulled pork. Now I'm even more excited to try it.
I've noticed in France that everything's compostable, like the utensils, everywhere we're going so far. All right, let's give this brownie a try. Ooh, it's hard. I hope it's dense and moist. Caramel sauce and hazelnuts. Whoa. That's not what I picture or think about when I think brownie. This tastes like oddly healthy for a brownie. Not too sweet, not super chocolatey. It is dense, more on the hazelnut side than anything. Very nutty. I like it though. It's a brownie that I can definitely finish on my own. I just think it's missing like a scoop of vanilla bean ice cream. I'll give this one 7 out of 10. We're selfieing it this way. I'm helping George. It started pouring.
Yeah, it's raining really hard. Anyways, brownie, let's go, baby. Whoa. Mmm. This brownie texture is a little bit fudgy. The taste is much more nutty. There's like a crisp to the crunch. It's very light.
There's nuts in the brownie.
That might be it. I love the texture play. It's not like a American traditional brownie, I'll say that much, but it's very good and I do like it. Perfect sweetness level actually, and I really appreciate that. I give this 8.5 out of 10.
Wow.
Yeah, I like it a lot. That crunch, it's so good.
Guys, turns out these chicken nuggets are actually pulled pork nuggets, which makes me even more excited. I've never had pulled pork nuggets in my life. Cheers. Mmm. That's so good.
Oh no. Say some for me.
There's plenty. I also like that it came in a cone. I'm trying to like get what the flavor is. It's a little bit of barbecue, a little bit of a tomato base, a little bit of a stewy flavor. That pork is really, really tender. And then that batter nugget is really crumbly. It resembles panko a little bit, but also not quite panko. I will say this is the best thing we've had today. Therefore, 10 out of 10. Oh yeah, that's good. Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. The pork is so tender, so moist, so juicy. It does have a slight barbecue flavor to it. It's not exactly barbecue, it kind of is like French dip-ish. I'm looking at Jasmine. She's got the umbrella resting on her face like this. Everybody is Stitch. Anyways, no, this is really good. It's the best thing I'm thinking for a long time because this is the best thing I've had here, but sadly I wouldn't say it's like amazing, but it is definitely good. And 100% agree with Jasmine. This is not your regular chicken nugget crust. It is more akin to a panko crust. It's crunchy. It's not soggy at all. I give this an 8 out of 10 in context of everything else that we've had so far.
We're getting in line for Tower of Terror. Oh wow, this looks exactly the same as Anaheim's so far, except the older version because this is no longer Tower. I mean, yeah, ours is Guardians now.
Just got off Tower of Terror and it was pretty good, right?
It was fun. It was very fun. It's nice to like have that Tower of Terror theme again. But I will say like Guardians of the Galaxy is still very, very fun. The vibes are completely different. It wasn't as creepy as I thought it was gonna be. She wasn't like, ooh, creepy. It was more like, ooh, creepy.
Yeah, I feel like it was the same exact vibe as our old Tower of Terror, but just like different character, slightly different storyline. But no, it was fun. It was super fun.
It was fun. What would you rate it out of 10?
10. Tower of Terror. I mean, any of the tower rides, 10.
Yeah, it is a fun ride. The drop was so fun. I felt I felt it in my cojones, man.
Yeah, the first drop always gets me so hard, even though I feel like it's not even the fastest one.
You know what I really enjoyed? I really enjoyed getting to the top of the tower and seeing the Disneyland Paris view. Because we don't get that view. We get a different view.
Dang,
so that was really unique. Well, let's go to the next ride or maybe a next snack. We'll see. We have the croque monsieur fromage toasty, and it looks amazing. This looks like the most French thing I've seen at Disneyland all day. Cheers. Oh my God. It is very simple in flavor. That turkey has almost no flavor, but let me try it one more time. It has a little bit of flavor. I like that this feels like it has substance, you know, like I'm actually having a meal. At the end of the day, it's not blowing me away. In the back of my head, I'm comparing it to the grilled cheese from Jolly Holiday at Disneyland, Anaheim, which is honestly like 10 times better than this, but this is still good. I would give this a 6.5 out of 10. If I had hot sauce, it might be an 8 out of 10.
This looks so good and cheesy. I really hope I like this. The turkey is pretty plain. It's got its consistency though, like bologna. The saltiness is coming from this cheese sauce. It's fine. It's not bad. If you love cheese, this might be something that you should get, or at least should try. Flavor-wise, I want to give this like a 6.8, but I really like how the cheese is so melty and it stayed hot this whole time, and everything is very wet. You've got the crisp on the bread and the wetness of the cheese. In that respect, I'll give it like a 7.
Radiator Springs. Their sign is definitely a little smaller than ours, but it's cute. We're definitely riding this one. Crusher's Coaster. I heard this one's a must ride.
Yeah, this is one of the more popular rides here at Walt Disney Studios.
Yes.
Crush's Coaster, what are your thoughts?
Oh my God, that was really fun. Very unexpected, actually. Oh, you can see them coming behind us. That first drop really took me by surprise.
Yeah, at first it starts as like a storybook ride kind of thing.
A little bit, like a little faster though.
Yeah, it's on a track and then it turns into a roller coaster.
Yeah.
And you're on like a swiveling 360-degree tortoise shell or turtle shell.
I actually really like the beginning part where it was more storybooky because I just love Finding Nemo. And then it turns into like Space Mountain a little bit.
Yeah, the ride, there's most of the ride is in the dark.
Yeah.
So I felt like it was like a notch down Space Mountain, or Hyperspace Mountain here is definitely more extreme than this ride is.
100%. I just wish, you know, like they kept that theme from beginning to end because that was my favorite part. Like I thought all the storybook stuff was cool. It was really fun though, don't get me wrong. I feel like if we brought this ride to Anaheim, it would be really popular. More popular than like Nemo's Submarine Voyage.
Oh my gosh. I mean, that's for little kids. This one's for like slightly bigger kids.
Oh yeah, 100%. Adults are riding this ride, I mean, you know.
Yeah, and as you can tell, It goes like relatively fast, you know? It's not a slow ride, so I would say, you know, I'd give this a solid 7 or 8 out of 10.
I was gonna say 8 out of 10 because it's so unique.
Yeah, I really liked it.
Yeah.
All right, on to the next one. Oh, I thought that was our ride. Here we are.
Oh my God, Ratatouille ride was nauseating.
Oh yeah, it was a lot of aspects which were 4D, where basically they just put like a big projector on you, like the Soaring Over California projector, like
Yeah.
the hemisphere.
Yes.
But you're on like a trackless mouse chair thing.
Right.
And
like-
it spins around.
Yeah, it's a trackless ride. Oh my God. I turned to George right before the ride started and I was like, it's been a dream of mine to go on this ride for years. And we started and I was like, ooh. And then the first screen came on and I looked at George and I was like,
It turned into a nightmare.
yeah, literally. Oh my God. It was like, I completely missed the last scene. Like when we said, what was the other one we said was nauseating? Oh, Hyperspace Mountain.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was like, you need a Dramamine for that. Like, you need like a whole pack of Dramamine for this one. It's like, I can't really do Universal Studios rides because
yeah.
it's all screens. Yeah, similar vibes.
I thought the story was really cute.
Yeah.
It's not my favorite ride of the day, but I do like it a lot. I would give it a 7 out of 10.
I have to give it a 5 out of 10 for my experience, though I think the contents and substance of the ride was 10 out of 10. Really cute.
It's very
I just
cute.
wish it was all like real objects, you know? Like I wish we didn't have to rely on a screen so much. And now, okay, so we went back to Chez Remy and I was like, is there any chance we can join a wait list? Any chance? And she said no. Very, very like curtly. And I was like, okay. But we kind of expected that.
Yeah, we were just really hoping that, you know, they might have an opening, but nah.
We'll be back to Paris one day.
But there is a ton of food stalls in this particular area of the park.
Yeah, we were right. You know how we were saying like California Adventure has all the food? I think it's the same with Walt Disney Studios.
Oh, yeah.
There is literally stand after stand after stand after stand here. So we're gonna go and visit every single one. If there's anything that looks good, we're gonna get it and we're gonna try it. Let's eat. Oh wait, let's head to the souvenir shop first because I want a
yeah.
Remy headband. When I kept walking, I was like, it's so stinky everywhere. But it's the cheese.
The chaise. These mugs look just like the ride. The little mouse ride.
How's it look?
Cute.
Yeah? They also have this one. Which one do you think I should get?
The chef hat for sure.
All right, let's get it. Oh, that's so cute.
Whoa!
Look at these adorable macarons. They're so cute. Also, yes, macarons, not macaroons, okay? The macaroons are the ones with the coconut. This is macarons or macaron with almond flour. Stop saying macaroons. Thank you. All right, anyway, aren't they so cute? I love them. We have Grogu, Donald Duck, Stitch, Sleeping Beauty's Castle, Mickey, and Minnie. All right, let's try lemon because I love lemon. Bye, Donald. Cheers. Perfect macaron. I would expect nothing less from France. The other one I really wanted to try was the raspberry. Perfection. Delicate shell, chewy cookie, beautiful inside. I love this little jam here.
I'm trying Grogu. This one is pistachio. By the way, look at the color of this pistachio. It's like brown. You know what that means? Real pistachio flavor. Whoa. Okay, first of all, the filling's very light. The flavor isn't too strong. It tastes really good, nutty. Tastes like pistachio. The macaron cookie part is actually super chewy and it's not like extremely flaky. You know, a lot of times when I like touch a macaron too hard or if I like hold it too hard, it kind of falls apart. This is doing the complete opposite. It's like a little bit squishy. I really like that. All right, next one I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try lemon. Wow. Totally different texture. That lemon is so bright. It's not extremely sour. In fact, it kind of tastes like sherbet. But that cookie, this one is really airy and crispy. I love the lemon. Can I finish this?
Yeah.
So good. Disney never fails to make excellent macarons. Just another great example. Perfectly made, I have nothing to complain about. They're just amazing. 10 out of 10.
George got me all curious about the blue macaron. I'm wondering if like the food coloring, or even if it's a natural food coloring, if it changes the texture, because in my experience with cooking, it does sometimes. Cheers. Whoa, what the? Well, I love this texture. This specific macaron is closer to the ones at Disneyland in Anaheim. It's got a stronger, chewier texture. Whereas the lemon and raspberry one I had, much softer, much more delicate. I actually love the chew on this, but as I've already mentioned before, I love when my desserts, or anything really I'm eating, is denser. Very good. Pistache flavor, so light, very, very airy actually. But when you chew everything together, it fills in all those holes of the macaron cookie shell. Oh my God, yeah, I agree, 10 out of 10. Oh, that pistachio just tastes so natural. May I finish this?
Yeah.
Oh, hesitation, I'm so sorry.
Sure. No, go ahead.
I'll eat half.
I finished the lemon, it's only fair.
I say it.
Yeah.
Just came back from one of the stands and got sauerkraut. Oh my gosh, guys, I love sauerkraut. I was actually hoping he would give me more of the sauerkraut, less of the sausage and the ham and the potatoes. But you know what? He was quite generous. Well, it's actually quite expensive, €7 for this little handful. But you know, it's okay because we're gonna do a little tasty taste. I'm excited. Let's give it a try. It's not the best sauerkraut I've had. I like mine on like the more sour side and on the softer side. And I like mine without the toppings. But overall, flavor is good. And it is sauerkraut at the end of the day.
I'm gonna be honest, I've never really had sauerkraut as its own dish. I've always had it as like a side to something. So this is new for me. Sausage is good. Wait, I really like the sauerkraut. As Jasmine said, this is probably some of the least sour sauerkraut I've ever had. I kind of like the fact that it's like very close to like a boiled cabbage. Growing up, I used to always eat like a cabbage soup or like sauteed cabbage, and this kind of reminds me of that.
All right, rating out of 10?
I'd give this a 7.5 out of 10.
I would give it 6.5 out of 10. I just wanted more sour.
Wait, this reminds me of collard greens.
Oh,
it's like the same level of sour as collard
Yeah,
greens.
totally.
Obviously a different taste.
Yeah, right.
But like same vibes.
Yeah.
I kind of want to retcon all the ratings I gave at the Disneyland park and like -1 to all those scores.
Yeah.
Because these ones are so much better.
Agreed. All right. All the Disneyland foods, -1.
Across the board.
Yes. Guys, we just got recognized in Paris. That's crazy. Much love to you all watching. We appreciate you so much. She watches our stuff on TikTok and Instagram, so that was really sweet. Shout out to Anna from Scotland. All right, guys, last food of the day. We have eaten so much. This is a savory crepe. It's got duck breast, cheese, rocket, which is arugula, all on a wheat batter. Oh, look what I told you. Remember brown batter for crepe is savory, yellow is for sweet. Okay, I'm so sorry. I know this is monstrous, but I need to get all the flavors in one bite. She ripped it at the end and then she gave us another crepe on the outside and I was like, no, look at that.
There you go. Full bite, baby.
That is good. The combination of flavors is really nice. I know duck can have that gaminess sometimes, but that sharp cheese does interrupt that, as well as the pepperiness from the arugula. Beautiful pairing. And actually the wheat in the batter of the crepe does kind of come through. I am into it. If you like cheese, you'll definitely like this. It is like mostly, the most prominent flavor is cheese. I'm gonna rate this a 7 out of 10.
That's it.
I feel like 7 is high, no? I think fine is like 4.
All right, 7 out of 10.
Yeah, 7 is good. Yeah, if someone said I was a 7 out of 10, I'd be like, thank you. Thank you.
You're a 10 out of 10.
Oh, stop.
You're a 20 out of 10.
Oh, stop. I'll give you my number.
You're a 30 out of 10.
Oh, stop.
You're 30 out of 2.
Oh, stop. I'll marry you.
This is really good. It's so cheesy. The crepe is actually a little bit crispy. It's like toasty on the outside. The cheese, as you can tell, is very melted. It's a little tiny bit sharp. The duck is so good, so tender, so moist. Honestly, it's so thinly sliced that you can barely tell that it's there, but you can definitely taste the duck. And then arugula definitely pairs nicely. It adds a tiny bit of bitterness to the entire thing, which also pairs well with the kind of sharpness of the cheese. I really like this, honestly. Very, very good. I would say this is probably one of the best savory items that we've had at the park so far today. Maybe even the best. Perchance it. Oh my god. Good thing you had the lanyard.
I know.
We just got off the Avengers flight campus.
That was so fun.
That was my favorite ride of the day so far.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was so fun.
It was really fun. Honestly, like I feel like our ride experiences were really good. I know that our food taste tests, started out a little rocky, ended up good, but on average, I would say our ride experience was better than our food experience.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's really funny. At the start of this ride, you've got like Iron Man counting down 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
And I was like, there's no sound, LOL, right?
No sound.
The whole ride, there was
Silence.
zero audio.
Silence. And then everyone's like, it's so quiet. No music? Like, we're literally on the ride and we're like, it's so quiet.
Yeah, we could hear each other.
There's no music.
Yeah, but still, it was super fun.
That ride was really fun. I was laughing the entire time, so I could feel like streaks of cold flashes next to my eyes from my tears. They were just blowing back. I was having such a good time.
This and Tower of Terror, probably the best for thrill seekers. I feel like this was faster than like Space Mountain. But rating, I give that a 10 out of 10. I really love that ride. It was also the most modern ride that we've ridden here at these parks, at both of these parks. Now we're headed back over to Disneyland Parks because this is closing in about 5 minutes. Disneyland Park stays open for another hour.
3 minutes.
And we're gonna try to catch
Haunted Manor. Yeah. It was closed earlier and it has reopened. Unfortunately, Indiana never reopened.
Yeah.
Our friends Kirby and Miri told us to go on like a railroad ride, and that's been closed all day.
Yeah, a lot of ride closures at Disneyland Park. But hopefully, if we ever come back here again, we get to ride them.
Yeah. Would you come back to Disneyland Paris?
Yeah, I'd come back.
Yeah, I would come back too.
I would come back because I wanted to try more foods and like just check out the park more because we really ran through the whole thing.
Yeah, we really did. I would totally also come back with like friends.
Oh yeah, totally.
That would be really fun.
On to Haunted Manor.
Yeah!
We just got off the Haunted Manor and dang, that was so much fun.
It was sick. It was really fun. It was, for the most part, the same as ours, but there was one stretch that was very different.
Yeah, I would actually say the first half was ours and then the second half was completely different. I understand what people say when they say it's so much more creepy and spooky.
Oh, I actually didn't feel like it was that much creepier, or actually no, it is a little more creepy and spooky, but it still isn't like...
It's not scary.
It's not scary.
Yeah.
It's still like a fun spooky, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. It's like still a kid-friendly ride. I would just like, small thing without giving it away too much, there's a lot more ghouls and skeletons. And the plot line is completely different.
For the last end.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's one part, like one stretch of it is different than ours. But of course, like, because they swapped it out, they don't have that part that we have in Anaheim.
Yeah, actually, this one reminded me more of like a Pirates of the Caribbean ride.
Yes, me too.
With a lot of animatronics.
Yeah.
It's not as long as Pirates, because Pirates is a very slow ride. But that last segment that Jasmine's talking about, I did really enjoy.
Yeah, and it was also giving like Frontierland.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, but yeah, check it out. It was fun. What would you rate that ride?
I mean, considering it's a classic, I would say that was an 8.
Yeah, I was gonna say 8 out of 10 too.
Yeah, well, let's hit up Big Thunder Mountain. Nice.
Oh my God, Big Thunder Mountain was crazy.
That was so fun.
It's better than ours, guys.
So much better. Honestly, it feels a little newer. It's way bigger.
It's ginormous. Like, even on the ride, George was like, does ours look like that? And I was like, this one's way bigger. And he was like, that's what I thought.
Yeah, the mountain is way taller. You start at the top of the mountain and you can see inside the cave and it's so deep.
I also feel like it's a different experience riding it in the dark. Like, I
yeah.
felt like it was super thrilling because I didn't know when the next drop was, when the next turn was. But I will say, what I like about ours more is that we have more like twists and turns. This one was more like fast, long stretches.
Our mountain, I feel like you go in a circle, like around the mountain. Here, it's a lot more like zigzags, like along the way, and a lot more like straight, faster little dips here and there. But I will say the corners are faster, pretty jerky, but like not in like a I'm gonna break my neck kind of way. Like it feels like you're on a railroad track, yes, but it feels smoother somehow.
It does feel smoother.
I give it a 10,
10 out of 10.
especially compared to ours, like a 10. It's longer, it's better, it's faster.
And I already love ours. Ours is like a must ride every time we go.
Yeah, they made a classic better.
Crazy. So fun.
Hello! It is actually the morning after Disneyland Paris and Walt Disney Studios.
Yeah, that was such a fun Disney day. We spent about a half day there from 12 till closing, which was I think around 8? Oh, 9.
9 p.m.
Yeah.
Actually, we left at 8:45 because we wanted to beat the exit crowds.
Yeah, which I think we were able to, kind of.
Yeah. We didn't get
But-
home last night until 10:30 p.m., so it was quite a lengthy train ride. Also, if you know you're going to Disneyland Paris beforehand, I would say maybe try and budget to include getting the Premier Access Pass because it did save us so much time. And we hit both parks up in the same day, hitting up every single ride that we wanted to ride. Most of the rides we waited like 5 minutes.
Or less. Like,
Or less.
Basically no line at all.
Yeah, there was like one ride that we waited 10 minutes for, but otherwise it was like a 5-minute wait or less. And that was also really helpful because it was raining, so we were able to get through so much so fast. And people tend to slow down when they're raining.
Yeah, mostly people just go into the shops. But, you know, if you have like a couple days or even more, I actually would say it's probably okay to not get the pass if you're going to be spending all day at the parks.
Yeah.
'Cause, again, like most of those rides are less than 30 minutes the day that we went. And on a crowded day, it probably wouldn't be that much more, except for the really crowded rides. And if you have kids, then it's a different story because there's rides like Peter Pan's Flight and then
We
the
didn't hit that.
Cinderella, you know, meeting the princess character meets. Those are the longest queues for sure. But the rides themselves are actually pretty short.
Yeah, and if you want to hit up like very specific restaurants, bookings open up 2 months in advance. So, you know, keep an eye out for those, book them when they become available.
If you aren't able to get any restaurant reservations and you're going to be going to both parks, then I would definitely wait to eat at Walt Disney Studios because that's where most of the food is, especially in the Remy land. I don't know what it's called, but the Ratatouille section. There's a bunch of food stands and food around everywhere.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I was like astonishingly impressed by the food. However, it was fun and it was neat to try out what Disneyland Paris had.
We did meet some guests who said that they ate at the restaurants and they really liked the food. So I think restaurants probably would be the way to go.
They said that Captain Jack's restaurant was okay, and then Pim Test Kitchen was really good. So I'm not sure how that compares to our Pim Test Kitchen, but just a heads up, a little tidbit from what we heard.
All right, favorite rides, babe?
Oh my gosh, a favorite? I don't know if I have like a favorite. I really enjoyed them all. I also really enjoyed riding all the new rides. My only note is that so many of the rides are very similar to the Space Mountain format. You start quick and then you see a bunch of visuals and then you're in the dark for the rest of it. And I thought that could get a little old a little quickly. However, I still had an amazing time on every single ride and I rated them like 10 out of 10. So
Yeah, I can imagine if you were like a annual pass holder and you were going back to the parks over and over again, they might feel very similar because even like the Avengers Flight Campus and the Hyperspace Mountain kind of felt like it was the same exact ride in the dark.
even Crush's coaster, it kind of just felt like they had one map, one format, and they were like, all right, we got approval for this land, do it over here.
Yeah, so that said, I think my favorite ride was Big Thunder Mountain Railroad.
Okay, that was an amazing ride.
Yeah. Also the fact that it's so much bigger than ours and it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Their mountain is beautiful.
Admittedly, their Big Thunder Mountain is better than ours. I definitely want to try riding it again when it's daytime.
Oh yeah.
I want to
for
see the
sure.
views. But all in all, an amazing time in Disneyland Paris. Next time, I will be hopping on 2 months in advance to book Chez Remy and other restaurants. And I will be going more than one day. And I will be booking a place to stay at the Disneyland Paris hotels because that would be
Yeah.
such an experience.
It looked really pretty.
It was so cute. I hope you enjoyed the video. And if we missed anything that you were like, oh my God, why didn't you do this when you went to Disneyland Paris or Walt Disney Studios, please do let us know in the comments below. Make sure to like the video, subscribe, and
Hit the notification bell.
yes. All right, guys. Bye.
Bye.